Hey guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available summer 2025, the album, Dead. Shimmy, shimmy, and hey little thing, let me light chicken, cause I'm sure hard to handle now. Yes, I am. I went to a party last Saturday night. Well, I didn't go to a party last Saturday night. I didn't. No, I didn't at all. I didn't go to a party. I didn't go to Coachella. Oh my God, I didn't go to Coachella. I didn't go to Coachella. Did y'all go to Coachella? You did? Did you actually listen to the music, or did you just take pictures of your outfit of the day? No, I didn't go to Coachella this weekend. We watched a little bit of it we watched a little bit of the Gaga. Now listen, Linda. Okay, I've had a lot of people that have reached out to me, and they've said, why weren't you with Gaga at Coachella? And, you know, she asked, now if you haven't watched my previous videos where I've explained this, I've had so many people reach out to me. I've had Gaga reach out to me. Well, Stephanie, because we're good friends, so I call her Stephanie. Stephanie's reached out to me. Beyonce's reached out to me. Reba McEntire's reached out to me. Stevie Nicks has reached out to me. You know, when Stevie calls, you come. Okay, with Gaga, listen. There's always going to be another gig for Gaga. There is, okay? Coachella, the Grammys. But listen, Linda, okay? She reached out to me. She did. She said, listen, I'm playing at Coachella. And I said, you are? And she said, yeah. And she said, can you come and perform with me? Because for those of you that don't know, like, I was the one that came up with the original, well, first of all, I mean, years ago, she reached out to me, and she's always wanting something. I mean, it's like, Stephanie don't have an original idea to save her life. She just don't, you know? But anyway, she's always called me up, and she called me up this one time, and she's like, I can't, you know, this na 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 na, and she's like, I can't come up with, and I was like, girl, just don't nobody care. Back in the day, the drag queens, you know, they would, like, if they didn't know the words to a song, you know, they just put in, you know, like, raspberry motherfucker or something like that. I said, just throw a bunch of raspberry motherfuckers in a song. Or she's like, that's a really good idea, you know, and she goes, what would you do with that na 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 na? And I said, I just go rah 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 rah. Girl, she's driving me crazy. I did not think she'd use it. And then all of a sudden I heard that song come out, and I'm like, oh, well, that was my idea. I gave her that idea. Well, actually, you know, Gina Jones back in the day, and Stacey Stevens and all the queens I saw in Indianapolis at the bars, you know, when they didn't know the words to the song, Tony Braxton didn't know it, raspberry motherfucker, you know, so I just was telling Stephanie the same thing, but she took that idea, because like I said, Gaga, she don't have no original ideas, you know, so anyway, she asked me to, like, improvise the dance for Abracadabra, and I was like, girl, just, you know, listen, steal a little pocket, you know, what's it called, Block and Lock It from Janet Jackson, do a little bit of that, you know, Control back in the day, I Am the One in Control, do a little bit of that Janet Jackson stuff, then do a little bit of the Robot, and just kind of throw in your Gaga flair in there. Next thing I knew, Abracadabra, you know, so anyway, but she asked me, and I said, well, girl, what time are you going on? And she said, I think I'm going on like 11, 12, like, you know, Palm Springs time. I said, what, girl? No, baby, because there's a Sister Wives marathon on, because Sister Wives is coming back on Easter Sunday. And she, you know what she said to me? She goes, there is? And I said, yeah. I said, did you not know? Cody Brown's coming back on Easter Sunday. I think it's the perfect day for Cody Brown to come back. And she said, oh my God. She goes, well, I had a performance scheduled for that night. She goes, but I'm going to have to cancel if Sister Wives is coming back. I said, girl, just come into Indianapolis. We'll watch it together. I said, we'll just go up, you know, we'll just go up into the Denny's or the IHOP, and we'll put my iPad up there. So Stephanie might fly into, well, Gaga, to you. You guys know her as Gaga. She might fly into Indianapolis, and we might just go to the IHOP, you know, get us, well, Denny's, Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity or something like that. No. That's at IHOP, isn't it? Is that Denny's? I don't know. But anyway, we might get us one of them Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruities or something like that, you know, and then just watch Sister Wives when it comes out next week. She's real excited about it. And then, you know what she said to me on the phone? She goes, I do love Sister Wives. She goes, but I have to ask you. She goes, I am a super fan, and I know you do talk to her. She goes, did you talk to Amy Slayton? And I said, well, I have talked to Amy. I said, do you love Amy? She goes, don't tell anybody. If I had $1 for every influencer that didn't want me to tell somebody out there that they loved Amy Slayton and Amber Lynn Reid, I'd be a rich man today. But Gaga said, I cannot wait for them sisters to come back. She said, I cannot wait for them sisters to come back. She goes, I am a super fan of Queen Tammy. So see, you never know, you know. Lady Gaga, she's in her green room before Coachella. Y'all think she's in there tuning her voice and stuff like that. She's watching a fried Twinkie review from Amy Slayton. That's what she does. She told me. She don't listen. She don't do no vocal ranges and stuff like that. No. Gaga getting ready for Coachella. She is watching an Amy Slayton deep fried Twinkie review back in her trailer back there before she goes out for Coachella. So anyway, but she asked me if I wanted to be at Coachella. I said, girl, no, listen, it's too late for me. And I got sister wives and things like that, so I couldn't be. But for all of you out there that were at Coachella, I hope you were safe and I hope that you had a good time. I saw some of your outfits. They were real fun. I liked them a lot. So anyway, somebody asked me to make a video about James Charles at Coachella complaining about the VIP entrances aren't combined with the artist passes. See, this is where I think James Charles kind of gets things confused sometimes. He thinks he's an artist because he put out 3 music videos, bless his heart. But this is the thing. A lot of people can get artist passes because, the artists and stuff like that, they get passes and then they give them to their friends and stuff like that. Basically what he's saying is I paid for VIP or somebody sponsored it for me, okay? But I don't got no artist friends, so I don't get no artist passes because I looked it up. He's complaining and he's saying they split it up. VIP entrance isn't the same as artist entrance anymore. Well, okay. I guess what you're saying is you're a peasant like the rest of us, girl. You got to go in the same entrance as everybody else. Okay, girl. I forgot. Okay, James Charles shit's gold. I forgot about that. You are so fine that you deserve to walk in there with all the artists, girl. You're headlining at Coachella, as if that's ever gonna happen. Oh, I brought out my Pride flag today. I did, because we're about 6 weeks away from Pride Month. In case you didn't know, okay? And what Pride Month means, for those of you that didn't know, it's where, the 11 months of the year, don't nobody care about the gays. They don't. No, they do. I mean, some of them do. Some people do. Y'all are real nice and things like that. But during the months of Pride, it changed, okay? So when I was young and I used to go to Pride Day, woo, and all that kind of stuff back in the day and whatever, it was always the month of June. But now they spread it out through a whole summer and stuff like that. But basically what Pride means is it's the time when companies, they want to use the gays and stuff like that to sell their shit. You know what I mean? That's what they ignore us the rest of the year. But that month of June, baby, they love the gays. They do. And I love the sponsorships for it. I do. I love the sponsorships for the Pride Month so much. It's kind of like this, It kind of goes like this. It's it's Pride Month. And I love my gay and lesbian. They don't even know what them letters mean. They just don't. You know what I mean? They get to Q and they get all fucked up. They're they get so fucked up on Q, they don't know what Q means, okay? And so they get so confused, but they're but I love the gays so much. I do. And if you love the gays, then you should use Sharpie markers. Because the colors in the rainbow, they don't even know what the rainbow means. They don't even know why the rainbow exists. They don't even know we got several different rainbow flags. They don't know what the difference is between a trans flag and a pride flag. They get so fucked up and confused because they're getting paid $50,000 just to do a Pride Month sponsorship for Sharpie, okay? And then they're oh, but if you love the gays, I love the gays, but just for this month. You don't have to love us the rest of the month or fight for our rights or any of that kind of shit. Just for this month, you have to love the gays. And if you do, then the way to show that you love the gays is by buying a Sharpie marker, okay? And then you too can experience the colors of the rainbow, all right? What the fuck? I'm so over that, them companies. I really don't care, though. No, I really don't. People get so bent out of shape about that. I just specifically, here's my beef with it, okay? Here's my beef if you want to know the truth. My beef with companies using the gays for Pride Month is, why aren't y'all using this gay for Pride Month? That's what I want to know, okay? I have fought hard for my rights in this country, okay? I used to march back in the day. I did, okay? I did all that. I fought for marriage equality hard in this country. I still talk about these issues. I believe in these issues as a married, gay, proud married gay man, okay, in this country, all right, that fought for my rights to be married. Listen, Linda, y'all should be paying me your hard-earned money to do a sponsorship during Pride Month. I think you should. I do. But they always ask somebody that got nothing to do with the LGBTQI plus community. They ask somebody that don't even know what them letters mean, okay? But, hey, listen, I don't care if you're going to do that. But listen, I hope you sell lots of Sharpies. I just picked up the Sharpies. I don't even know if that's one of the companies. But anyway, I do love a good Sharpie, don't you? Look, I'm going to show a little show and tell really quick. So I love these Sharpies, the markers. I use these every day to like cross off stuff on my list. But then my favorite Sharpies are like the thin Sharpies, like the pens. Oh my God. I love these so much. I love Sharpies. I don't know if they love the gays, but it don't matter because most people don't these days, so that's okay. I was going to tell a little story. Now I got off my story. What was my story I was going to tell? Something about the gays? Probably. When you lived as long as I have. Well, you know, listen, my birthday is June 29th, okay? And the Pride Day used to always fall on my birthday or around my birthday, you know? Because they always have lots of Pride events and things like that, you know? Oh, this is what I was going to say about, you know, there's always that one guy out there. His name's like, I don't know. I'm trying to come up with a name, but anyway. You know that guy, you know the guy on Facebook. Well, if they're going to have a Pride Day, why does Pride Day have to last the whole month and blah, 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 then we should have a fucking straight day. Have one, baby. I don't care, okay? I don't care. Have a straight parade and put your burly ass up on there. I don't give a shit. Have your straight parade all day long, okay? Y'all want me to make a video talk about why Pride is so important? I will make a very serious video, okay? I will, because Pride is important. And not just as a day, and not just as a parade, and not just as a, you know, a festival that we have in a park, but the concept and the philosophical idea of pride when we have lived in the shadows for so long and been ashamed of ourselves and been ashamed of how we identify and been ashamed to come out to even our closest friends, let alone our family, let alone ourselves sometimes. I have known people in the LGBTQIA+ community that it was the hardest for them to come out to themselves, let alone to anybody else, okay? So when you can sit on a pride parade for straight pride and you can share that you have felt that same shame for being part of the straight community, baby, have your parade all day long, okay? Have it. And I hope you get sponsored a lot. I hope you do. But until then, just be better that the gays are getting paid for sponsorships during Pride Month. Okay. Now, what was I going to say? Something else. Oh, I got my lips done, washed my face, picked my t-shirt out, did my hat. Okay, so, today, for those of you that don't know, so I put this thing up on my Instagram. This is what today's video is going to be. Oh, I need to do a thumbnail for this video. Hold on really quick. I just don't know anymore. That's going to be my thumbnail. I just don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. I can't go on. Like Celine Dion said. Anyway, the reason why, okay, I don't know anymore is because I don't know what to make videos about over here. No, I do, okay? But it seems like whenever I make videos about stuff, people are always like, well, you should make videos about this. So I put out, well, a lot of people, like I said, have been asking me to talk about James Charles and being at Coachella, complaining about the entrance that he was in, okay? First of all, James Charles, there are people that can't even pay their grocery bills in the United States right now, and you're complaining about a VIP entrance, okay? Let me tell you a little story, first of all, about these music festivals. So for those of you that do not know, my husband and I go to Ultra Music Festival every year in Miami, Florida, okay? So there is like, did y'all watch Real Housewives of Dubai when they're talking about VIP and VVIP? Okay, VVIP is like, Chanel Ayan was like 5 feet away from Beyonce. She called it VVIP. It was very important to her, okay? Well, every music festival has these things. Now, we do VIP at Ultra Music Festival, and the reason we do VIP, okay, is because, well, I'm old. But I'm not that old for these music festivals. It was interesting. When we went this year, every year it seems like it gets a little bit older. This year, there were 70, 75-year-olds out there dancing and all this kind of stuff. I was like, some of the DJs are my age now. I didn't kind of like, I mean, David Guetta and I are not that far off in age, you know what I mean? But anyway, so but we always do VIP because that way it's just easier for me to get in it. It's easier, okay? It's just easier for me. And I said, if we're going to go, we're going to do VIP. But then there's VVIP, okay? We ain't in no VVIP, okay? VVIP, did y'all see the TikToks? People are putting up the TikToks. I have it on here. So the VVIP is like, people can get them, okay? And they're like sections above, so I don't really know how to explain this. So VIP is above and then below, okay? Like, it's like there's a gate in front of, like, general admission, so there's, like, an area with bars and stuff that you can dance in, but it's, like, guarded off from, like, general admission. And then above that, there's, like, 3 tiers of sections, and the sections are, like, VIP sections in a bar. And down there, like, all the bars down there, all the big clubs down there, they have sections, okay, at Ultra Music Festival. And then other people buy sections. You can individually buy a section. I think I saved it on here Let me see if I can look in my phone and see really quick. I think I saved in here. Let me get to the date. Oh, here it is. Somebody put a TikTok up of how much it was for the bar at the music festival. I was like, damn. Oh no, that's Jordy's Book Club. I love him so much. I find so many books off of him. Jordy's Book Club on Instagram, if you're looking for somebody that has great recommendations. Where was this at? Well, anyway, they were talking about like bottle services like $450,000. Our friend wanted to get a section there one year, and he looked, and it was like for the smallest section to start. Okay, that's not bottle service. $60,000 to $100,000. Maybe I don't even drink. I'm sure a Red Bull up there costs $200 or something like that. But anyway, the first day we're standing there. Okay, on Friday night we're standing there, and I'm down, and here's the general mission. We're right over here, and then here's the sections. And I look up, and there's hardly anybody in the sections at the point that we got there, right? My husband always wants to get there early because, he don't go to be seen. He goes for the music, which is why you should go to a music festival. So there was somebody, I can't remember. I know if I say this on here, I'll get it all. Mal somebody he wanted to see. He loves his DJ. Anyway, so we were going there to see Mal P or something like that. I don't know who that person is. But anyway, so we got there early. Well, I looked around. There's like these people standing up in the sections, Well, everybody keeps on walking by general admission. As they do, they're like, oh, I love you, girl. I'm like, you do? You love me? Thank you so much. You love me? Oh, my God, thank you so much. And nobody's looking at me. I realized, no, I'm joking. I knew it wasn't for me. Right? So anyway, but they keep on looking up above me, right? And I'm like, who are they looking at? And I keep on looking behind me, and I'm like, these three girls up here? What about these three? I don't know these three girls. I've never seen these three girls before in my entire life. Well, everybody keeps on walking by, and they're like, oh my God, all these girls are like, I love you, and they're taking pictures of these three girls, and they're like this. Couture. They're like couture models at Ultra. Not dancing. Baby, they missed a lot of beats. They ain't dancing, they ain't listening to music, nothing. Okay, just... Oh, I should tell the story about the French girl that we met when we were at the Carl Cox thing, but I told that on my vlog. People are laughing already because they've watched my vlog. I told that story. So anyway, I'll tell that story in a second. But anyway, so I don't know who this girl is. Okay, I have no clue who this girl is. So they keep on walking by, and they're taking pictures of her and stuff. Then she goes away and she leaves. Okay, so that night, for those of you that do not know, I have a vlog called Peter's Vlogs. Every day I vlog on it. Okay, when I'm on vacation, I vlog on my vlog. So that night, I'm talking about Ultra Music Festival, because I always do when we get back and whatever. And so I think this year, though, actually, I filmed it before we went each day. So the next day, I'm telling the story. And somebody commented on my vlog, and they said, I'm living vicariously through you and Alix Earle. And I'm like, oh, my Scooby-Doo ears went up. And I'm like, Alix Earle, isn't she like a TikTok girl or something like that? So I get on to look at her TikTok, and I'm like, oh, she's like a big she's like the big TikToker. Okay, I don't know this girl. I don't, bless my heart. I don't know Alix Earle. I don't care. How'd she get so famous? She just looks like a normal girl to me, okay? A pretty girl. Hey, bless her for her fame, okay? Or success, or is she successful? She have talents? I don't know what the girl does, okay? She looks pretty at Ultra, I guess. But, I mean, there's a lot of pretty people at Ultra. I didn't notice her out of anybody else. She just didn't really stand out to me that much. I didn't understand why everybody was saying hi to this person, I thought maybe they knew her from the clubs or something like that. I mean, back in the day, there was always that one person that was real popular at the clubs. That person was Peter Monn. So when you would see me out, it would be like, hey, Peter, how are you? Except back in the day, we didn't do that. Back in the day, like, if you saw somebody at the club, you'd be like, hey, what's up, okay? But then you wouldn't, like, if you saw them out in daylight, you wouldn't say hi to them. You didn't do that. Like, if you saw them at the library or the grocery store, girl, no. Was I kissing you last night? No. But anyway, I did not know this girl, okay? I thought maybe she was just, like, local famous or something like that. I did not know her. So I start looking on her TikToks, and I'm like, oh, that's that girl that was, she's standing, like, literally in her TikToks right behind us. And so I start watching her TikToks to see if I was in her TikToks. No, girl, seriously. I don't give a fuck about Alix Earle. I don't know that girl, okay? Somebody told me something about her mom was married. I don't care who her mom was married to. I don't care who that girl is. I don't know her, okay? I don't give a fuck about Alix Earle. I don't know her. I don't care. She just is some girl that got lucky on TikTok to me. I know people are going to be so mad about that. They're going to be like, you don't know. I don't know about her. I don't care about her. I don't give a shit about this girl, okay? Don't tell me you've never done this before. I was looking at her TikToks to see if somebody caught me while they're filming Alix Earle, because I was standing right underneath her the entire time. So anyway, I'll tell you how much I don't care about the girl. I didn't look through my videos to see if I had her in the background of my videos, which I'm sure I did. And it just occurred to me right now. No, I was looking through her TikToks to see if I was in them. But anyway, because I was like dancing and stuff, you know. Not to Mal P, because I didn't know who that person was. But later, okay, later to Martin Garrix and stuff like that. But anyway, so then like 2 days later, I'm like, I got to look and see if she's got more of these TikToks up. Okay. So then I see it's some girl, I have the whole thing saved. Her name's like Olivia something or whatever. I thought at first it was that girl that sang the song about the driver's license. And she got a driver's license and she was pissed because her boyfriend, do y'all know the song? It's Olivia Rodriguez. Is she the one that sings that song? Oh my God, people are going to eat me alive. They're going to be so pissed. Why is it Olivia? I don't care who that girl is, okay? I don't care who that girl is. That got her driver's license and then he broke up with her. And, well, I'll tell you what that story reminds me of, okay? This story reminds me of this story that my mom told me about a friend of hers in high school. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll tell that story some other time. But I thought that's who this girl was, right? And she does this TikTok. I was like, girl, when I watched this TikTok, I thought, oh, honey, you are pathetic and desperate. You are pathetic and desperate. So this girl does this TikTok, okay, about how she's in a VIP section and Alix Earle's in a VIP section. Okay, now let me just tell you, the combined age of these girls is less than I am old, okay? Let's just put it in perspective, all right? I'm standing on my feet for 8 hours, 3 days in a row, okay? Jumping, dancing, doing all that, okay? And so are the rest of us that were that age, okay? While these girls are bitching about having to sit in fucking VVIP, okay, with bottle service of over $400,000 to $500,000. Let's just put this in perspective for a second. Or James Charles complaining, okay, at 26 years old that he has to go in a specific entrance, all right? Baby, just get over it, all right? First of all, it's so laughable to anybody that loves music festivals because that's all part of it. That's all part of the ritual, okay? Standing in line and talking to people. All these girls carry purses to music festivals. I was like, who carries a purse to a music festival? Okay, who is carrying a... If you go to music festivals on a regular basis, okay, like EDC or Electric Forest or Coachella. I mean, well, Coachella, everybody, I guess, got purses, but Ultra, no, baby. They got backpacks, clear backpacks. They got the water packs. Ain't nobody carrying no purses. What do these people carry purses for? For your lip gloss? Girl, put that in your pocket. What are you doing with all that? So anyway, so I'm watching this girl, and she is coming for Alix Earle, okay? And she is like, well, I met Alix Earle in VIP, and I came over, and I invited her to my VIP, but she didn't want to come to my VIP. So we just stood there at her VIP, and her friends were not very nice to me. And they said that we could stay there if they wanted to, but they were going to go dance in GA. And I was like, good for Alix Earle. She's getting right down there on the people and dancing and everything. Like, good for her. Oh, I didn't realize it was for a video she was going to put on there. She was down there for about 5 minutes and came back up to, no, that's how it works. See, let's just go down to the center of it. Let's be one of them pushy people. Go right to the middle so we can get our video and then go right back up to VVIP because we are too grand, okay, for the regular people out there. So anyway, but this girl is going off about how Alix Earle was so mean to her because she didn't invite her to sit in her VVIP with her and all this kind of stuff, okay? At the same time, I don't know who this Olivia girl is, and I'm like, is she the one that sang she got a driver's license? Because she looks kind of old to have had her driver's license. I don't know, that song come out like 5 or 6 years ago? This girl looks like she's maybe 25 or 30 at this point. I probably aged her up, but that's okay because everybody does to me. Anyway, and I'm like, and she's fighting with Alix Earle because Alix Earle dissed her at a music festival and didn't invite her to her VVIP. Where was everybody inviting me to my VVIP? Okay, that's what I want to know. Nobody invited me to no VVIP. Okay, I said when I was on that trip, I want some beef, okay? I said, I am going to pick an influencer, and I want some beef with that influencer, all right? And I'm picking Alix Earle. Now, Alix Earle, I don't know if this girl is the one that wrote the driver's license song, and I don't give a rat's ass about her. Now, Alix Earle can come out and apologize to this girl, okay? I'd have told this girl, you can eat my shit in the toilet. Okay, that's what I would have said to her. I'd have said, baby, I paid good money or kissed ass to the right people to get this VVIP. I'm sorry you didn't, okay? But you can go eat my shit in the porta pot because I do not care that I did not invite you to my VVIP, okay? I I cannot invite everybody that, it's like people that get pissed off because they don't get invited to a wedding. You can't invite everybody to a wedding, okay? I'm sorry that your third cousins, uncles, dog's babysitter didn't get invited to your fucking wedding, but not everybody gets invited to a wedding, okay? And Alix Earle should not have to get on no TikTok and apologize to nobody for not inviting this gal to her VVIP, especially, oh my God, my tripod fell right while I was getting into the good stuff. Especially, okay, especially when these rich-ass girls are sitting on their feet, okay, and listen, Linda, okay, none of you asked me if I wanted a bottle of water, okay, none of you asked me if I wanted a Red Bull, okay, none of that, you didn't ask me none of that, okay, none of that, okay, I don't know who you are, but next year, now I done said I wanted to have beef with somebody, okay? I said it while I was at Ultra. I said I want to pick an influencer to have beef with. Alix Earle, I pick you. I don't know you, okay? I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're famous for, but I do know that you'll be at Ultra next year and that we'll be in the same place together, okay? And so if you don't invite me to your VVIP, then I'm going to make a TikTok that probably will get 500 views and won't go viral. But hopefully maybe it will go viral if I put your name in the title of it. Because that's what that girl was doing, okay? You should have told her to eat shit, okay? You should have told her to eat shit. But apparently Alix Earle is a real nice girl because she didn't. She apologized to her and said, girl, I just know how this TikTok went, okay? She said, girl, I am so sorry that I did not invite you to my VVIP. Girl, I'm sorry. Next time, girl. You know, she stopped filming that TikTok. She's like, and girl, she is so desperate. How pathetic, girl. That's what I would have said. But Alix Earle, listen, next year, if you do not invite me to your VVIP, I'll probably have forgotten next week because, you know, I'm the old man of YouTube. But it don't matter, okay? And listen, I hope everybody had a good time. Was that the last story I was going to tell? I was going to tell something else, but now I don't remember what I was going to tell. It don't matter, but it don't matter to me. I think that might have been the original OG Music Festival. Well, actually, people want to always talk about Woodstock, but I think the Newport Folk Festival is actually the original one, you know. What was the one that my mom, the concert for Bangladesh, my mom used to listen to that on record, on album for hours. She loved the concert for Bangladesh. Oh my God. I listened with Ravi Shankar, oh my God, and Neil Young, oh my God. See, the kids don't know what the music festivals are about today. It's always about, you know, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, what was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about, because people were asking me to talk about James Charles complaining about Coachella, whatever. James Charles, his new thing is, don't you get it? It's like to be real angry and angsty and complain about everything. It's all a joke. He's not really complaining about that kind of stuff. Settle down. It's okay. But anyway, so I did not know what to talk about on video this week, okay? Because people asked me to talk about Robbie DeChristie. Talked about Robbie DeChristie, didn't nobody care, okay? People asked me to talk about Trisha Paytas and Michaela Nogueira. I am not making no more Michaela, no, I can't even pronounce her name. Whew, was she at Coachella? Did she bring her point of view stuff? I bet her skin glowed and looked real pretty in that heat. Anyway, I don't care about Michaela Nogueira that deep, okay? But people want me to talk about Trisha Paytas and Michaela Nogueira. Made that video. Did nobody care, okay? So I put up, because what I really like to do, if you can't tell, is just tell stories, okay? I think I'm going to change this to a storytelling channel. Do y'all want to hear the story about, okay, so, well, should I say the story? I told it on my vlog, so I don't know. Go watch it on my vlog about the girl that we met from, she said she was from France. She wasn't from France, okay? I don't know where she was from, but she wasn't from France. But she told my husband goes, she's from France. I go, okay. She was not from France. But anyway, so we met her at Ultra. I think that was the second night. Anyway, so I put up on my Instagram, I put looking for video ideas because I wanted to have them all planned out for this week, okay? So I put it right here. Looking for video. If you want to be part of my question and answers, okay, you have to follow my Instagram. Looking for video ideas for my drama channel. Any ideas, pop culture and influencer drama. That was one option. True crime. Just tell me what true crime you want me to do. New stuff. I mean, that's pretty open-ended, don't you think? New stuff, okay? Story times. That's what I was really hoping y'all be like, please tell us story. Nobody wants the story times. What's funny about it is nobody ever asks me for the story times, but the story times are the things that people remember the most from my channel, okay? The things that people remember the most. The post office rant. That's what people ask me. They're like, oh my God, give us updates on the post office. Maybe nothing happens at the post office. Or the census lady. Okay, people ask me all the time. They're like, give us an update on the census lady. I ain't no Tana Mojo. Okay, my shit is real, baby. Okay, I don't make up fake shit. Although I will tell you that Tana Mojo was in Miami at the same time that Ultra was. And she was talking about, I kind of lived for her TikTok a little bit. She was talking about how tired she was. And she had to go out to this Club 7. Okay. And she talked about how it was a strip club. It is a strip club, but it's kind of an upscale. It's like upscale. It's like all the celebrities go there and stuff like that. I think Jeffree Star went there one time. He's no celebrity. He thinks he is. But anyway, I kind of lived for it. All these people were staying at the one hotel. The one time that we don't stay at the one hotel, because we were staying at the Kimpton Epic for Ultra. The one time that we ended up going to Mexico and not staying in South Beach, Kristen Cavallari, Tana Mojo, everybody's at the one hotel that week. Not Alix Earle. I think she had an Airbnb or something, she said. But anyway, we should have been staying at the one hotel. I love that hotel. But anyway, people always want me to talk about Census Lady. I'm like, baby, the Census Lady haven't been around, okay? If she was, trust. The day that Census Lady shows back up on my doorstep, I will be making a video, okay? People ask me to do story times all the time. Or the people remember the story times all the time, but you don't ever ask me to do the story times, okay? That's what I want. I want y'all to ask me to do the story times. Now, what videos do you want me to make? Now, y'all are going to put things down there that I don't know about, like the Hawk Tuah girl. I don't know who the shit that is. I don't give a fuck about I don't know who that is. In one video, I said, people want me to make videos about the Hawk Tuah girl. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. And people are like, oh, don't make videos about the Hawk Tuah girl. And I'm like, well, then why are people recommending it to me? I don't know who that girl is, okay? I don't know why she's named that. I don't know nothing about that girl, okay? But that's what people, listen, we're going to try this again, okay? I want to do story times. What should I make videos about? Y'all failed me again. You said Alabama Barker and Bad Baby. I made that video, okay? I made that video. Oh, by the way, so on this little Q&A that I did, people are asking me, they're like, have you seen Paradise? Did you watch Bad Influence on Netflix? Yes, baby. I watch all those shows. I cover those shows. I have a channel called Peter Watches TV. I cover all them TV shows on my Peter Watches TV channel. You can go over there and you can watch it, okay? It's linked below, right below in the comments or the description box below. You can go over there and you can follow it. Please do. Okay. So I put on here, looking for video ideas for my drama channel. Any ideas? That meant story times. I want you to say fucking story times, okay? I don't think nobody said story times in here. True crime. New stuff. That means story times, okay? I'm giving you hints here, people. Story time. I even said story times right after that. Serious topics. I'll talk about serious topics. Just looking for some new ideas. Give me your suggestions. So I thought today, okay, so I could get ready for this week, we would go in and we would look and see what ideas you gave me. The Hawk Tuah girl. I don't know who that person is. Why is that cracking? I know somebody's going to get so bent out of shape. They're going to be like, oh, Peter, you should talk about the Hawk Tuah girl. I don't know who she is. I don't know who she is. I don't know who Hawk Tuah girl is. I don't care, okay? The new Snow White drama with the lead talking ish about Snow White. I don't know anything about that, okay? Is it the stop animation movie? I will tell you this, though, okay? For those of you that do not know. So, I have a very, very dear friend of mine, okay? You talk about music festivals. She and I met at the raves back in the day, okay? Back in the day. Now, my friend, okay, Allie, love her so much. She is in a different version of Snow White, okay, that is coming out. And she's getting a lot of attention for it because she has had some things to say, okay, about little people being casted in film. Now, Allie was on the show Freak Show for a long time. She's been in episodes of Little People Los Angeles. I love her dearly. I love her so much. She's been in Case You Care. She's been in a Logan Paul music video or some video of Logan Paul's. She was in I Am Legend with Will Smith back in the day. She's been in a lot of movies. She's one of my dearest friends. I love her so much. Hey, Allie, how are you? So anyway, she has a lot to say about this, okay? She's been posting on her Instagram. She's been posting everywhere else, okay? And so anyway, that's what I have to say about that. Hey, Allie, I love you, girl. Anyway, oh my God. Whoo! Well, I did a video on my channel with Allie. I did a whole interview with Allie. You can go look it up on my channel. Anyway, when I went out to LA the first time, okay, my husband and I and her, we went out to the Ivy for lunch, and then she and I filmed a video together. Somebody said, the YouTube channel Soft White Underbelly, love to hear your opinion on some stories. Okay, now I need to say something real quick about this before my leg falls asleep. Hold on a second. Okay, so I said, now, y'all are trying to get me into some fucking trouble, okay? Y'all recommended me months ago Soft White Underbelly, okay? So I started watching the videos of Soft White Underbelly, and I liked them. I liked the interviews. I thought they were good interviews, you know? And so the other day in my channel, I was talking about, like, channels that I watch, okay? Like, I watch, like, all the singing competition auditions, and I watch animal videos and drag pageantry and stuff like that, right? But I also love to watch interviews with people. And I watch Matt Cullen, who does a lot of interviews for the queer community. I think he's Sloane's boyfriend, if you guys didn't know. I think they just celebrated a year. Congratulations to them. But I love Matt Cullen's interviews. And I think that they're very, very important. Okay, so please go check out his channel. Matt Cullen, C-U-L-L-E-N. They're very, very important interviews. And I love his interviews. And I loved Soft White Underbelly's interviews. Well, the other day, I was talking about it on my vlog. And people were like, oh, no, Peter, you should not like Soft White Underbelly. And I was like, okay, why? And nobody said why. I didn't really understand why. And so I was talking to fellow drama channel, Dustin Daly. Hey, Dustin! Dustin sent me the sweetest message last night. I mean, just absolutely the sweetest message. So thank you, Dustin, for that. But Dustin and I were talking the other night, and I said, do you watch Soft White Underbelly? And he was like, I don't even remember what he said. Dustin's so funny. Anyway, but I said, girl, I watched them because people suggested that I watch them, and then I mentioned them, and he goes, oh no, girl, they're problematic. And I go, well, how are they problematic? So he explained the whole thing to me about, I don't know, giving money to addicts or something, knowing that they're going to use. I did not know that, okay? Can somebody please, in the comment section, refer me to a video where I can see the problematic behavior? I don't know anything about that. I do not know anything about it. So please let me know about that. And then I will come back and I'll watch whatever commentary videos done out there about them. I'll watch a couple of them, and then I will come back and I will give you my opinion on what I think about it. Okay. Oh, here it is. The Hawk to a Girl crypto scam. You know what? Listen, when we were in Mexico, we were in the pool, and we met a couple different couples while we were down there, and this man was losing his mind. We only hung out with them for like an hour. This man was losing his mind over how crypto was going bad one day or something like that. I didn't even understand it. And Alex was like asking him, he was like, well, Alex, because Alex knows some of the stuff, and he was like, well, what crypto did you, and this guy was talking about something that started with an E, sounded like endorphins, but it's a crypto brand. I don't know how that crypto stuff works, okay? All I know is I watched that documentary about the woman that, she was real smart, and then she ended up, she was like, she did that. She looked like that Insane Clown Posse people, and then and that's the only way I know how to explain it. And then she and her husband scammed all that money out of people, and then they were living in an apartment in New York City, and she was doing like rap videos, and they were super wealthy, but they had like $60 billion in like crypto, but they couldn't take it out or anything. I watched that documentary. That's really all I know about crypto, and that the Paul brothers have something to do with it. People want me to do another requested video. Not story times. People never ask me to do story times. Another requested video people ask me to do is my predictions, okay? Well, here's my predictions. The D'Amelio sisters, they got canceled, okay? Bailing Out Loud, people are living for her, okay? And I have not watched it yet, but I think that show is going to do very, very well. The Logan Brothers new show that they got going on, wherever it's at, Peacock or Paramount or whatever, I think it'll get canceled after 2 seasons, okay? But the Slayton sisters, baby! Amy the Slayton girl! Amy is going to keep it going. Okay, those Slayton sisters, listen, nobody saw it back in the day. Okay, so I don't know nothing about Hawk to a Girl, and I don't know why they call her that. I don't know. Let's look it up and see. Okay, okay, let's get in here. Why do they call her, oh my autocorrect, call her always, autocorrects is get. And haha used to always refer to Gaga because she calls me all the time, you know? Anyway, call her the Hawk. Oh, here it comes up right here, first thing. The woman, Haley Welch, is referred, I didn't even know that was her name, was referred to the Hawk to a Girl because she became internet famous after a viral street interview in which she described a specific act using the phrase hawk to it. Like spinning? Is that what she's like that? The phrase has been remixed and discussed online, leading to a widespread recognition. Haley Welsh, also known as the Hawk Tuah girl, gained online fame for her candid answer about a sexual act in a street interview. When asked about a move in bed that makes a man go crazy, she responded, "You gotta give him that hawk to it," and spit on that thing. This response, accompanied by her country twang, quickly went viral. This is not my information. This is on the internet, leading her to be nicknamed the Hawk Tuah. Viral fame has resulted in numerous online discussions, remakes. Okay, is she problematic? People are saying everything you need to know. The problem with the whole Haley Welch phenomenon, I don't know anything about her. Okay, but if y'all want me to do a deep dive on that, I guess I could. I guess I could. Oh my God, it got out of my questions again. Okay, I gotta go back to my questions. All right, here we go. Let's go back, pack that. Okay. Anyway, what does she even look like? I want to see what she looks like. The Hawk Tuah girl. I mean, are men asking her to spit on them or something like that? Hawk Tuah girl. What does she look like? Let's see what she looks like. Hawk Tuah girl. Okay. Oh, she don't look like what I thought she looked like. Oh, she got a cowboy hat on. What the Hawk Tuah girl does for a living. Is that her boyfriend she's spitting on his thing? Oh my God, the things that people get famous for today. The things that people get famous for today. You know, people want to come for that little girl that's trying to save the world and the environment and shit like that. They want to put that girl down so bad, okay? They want to put that girl down so bad. That girl, what's her name? Greta, whatever. You know, they want to come for that girl in a million different ways. And she is just trying to save the world and save the environment. Then we got the Hawk Tuah girl that's talking about spitting on her boyfriend's dick. And she got famous off of that. Give me a fucking break. Anyway, that's what I think about that. That's what I think about that, okay? A Dream, I don't know these people. Well, Dream, I know who that is, but I don't know the Minecraft beef. I think Adam McIntyre just made a video about that or something. I don't know nothing about that. Cover what influencers do on tour and rank which one you'd like to see. Trisha, Adam, etc. Well, I can tell you who I wouldn't want to see is Colleen Ballinger, because I wouldn't feel safe at one of her shows. I wouldn't want to see James Charles because, God forbid, my ears. Who would I want to see on? I would see Trisha Paytas on tour. I just wouldn't pay $700 to go see on tour. Adam McIntyre, if he was coming to Indianapolis, I'd see Adam McIntyre like that. Who else would I love to see on tour? I mean, there's not really a lot of people that I'd love to see on tour. Oh my God, Thumbelina the Squirrel! Oh my God, if Thumbelina the Squirrel was on tour, oh, or Marvis Big Teeths. I love Marvis so much, and his mom just had heart surgery. Lots of prayers and blessings to his mother. I absolutely love Marvis, and I love his moms, and blessings to his mother, sending her lots of love and healing prayers out there. If Marvis went on tour or Thumbelina the Squirrel, I would absolutely, oh my God, I love them so much. I love them so much. Oh my God, or Betty and Bean. Have you guys seen Betty and Bean? Okay, I have to pull them up. I have to get on my questions because Betty and Bean, let me pull them up really quick. They are these two rescue dogs that bonded in a rescue. People ask me all the time if we're getting another dog. Yes, it's getting closer and closer. It's getting closer and closer. It's just, I believe rescues find their owners, and I believe that my higher power will put whatever dog we are supposed to have in our way. And it's going to be, I love little, like, kind of funny looking, kind of ugly but cute kind of dogs is what I love so much, okay? And a dog that just, you know, needs a home. That's what I love. But anyway, Betty and Bean. Let's pull them up really quick. I love them so much. But Betty, oh, here they are right here. You know, I look at them all the time. Let me tell you who people say that Betty looks like. People say Betty looks like Boo Radley a little bit. Don't she, though? And there's Bean. Hey, Bean. Oh, but anyway, okay. Hold on. Let me show you a better picture of Betty. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, my God. I love them so much. So here they are sunbathing. That's Bean. Okay, and then there's Betty. Doesn't Betty kind of look like Boo Radley? But anyway, so they met in a rescue in Austin, Texas, okay? And then they bonded, these two senior dogs, okay? Well, they were like 5 or something like that. They bonded, didn't know each other before, became best friends in Austin, Texas at this rescue, okay? And then their parents adopted both of them because they bonded at this rescue and took them to London, and now they live in London. They go to the park every day. They have the best life ever. I love Betty and Bean so much. So if I were going to watch somebody on tour, Thumbelina the Squirrel, who just had, she had surgery in both of her ears, God bless her heart. And then Marvis Big Teeths and Betty and Bean. Those would be the F them other people. I don't care. And Adam McIntyre. Because I want to meet Adam's mom. So, I mean, Adam's a sweetheart too. But I want to meet Adam's mom, Sinead, so much. I think Adam's mom and I in high school would have been such good friends. I mean, I love Sinead O'Connor. And the fact that her name is Sinead, oh my God, we would have been the best of friends. I would have seen her. I've been like, oh my God, girl, I love Sinead O'Connor. Okay, drink before the war, baby. Let's go. But anyway, somebody ought to make a short out of that. Anyway, because that was cute. But anyway, let's get back into these questions, okay? Betty and Bean, I love them so much. Of all these things that y'all want me to talk about that I don't know nothing about. Okay. Oh, there they are right there, Betty and Bean. They just came out. See, they're walking. They're always walking with their mom. I love them so much. Okay, so let's get back into these questions again. Please don't ask me nothing more about that girl that spits on her husband's or boyfriend's dick. I don't care about her. Okay, a lot of people ask me about Stephen Hilton, Laura Cleary's ex-husband. They said a former addict who is monetizing his relapse. I don't know nothing about that. People always want me to cover stuff about alcoholics and addicts because I've been sober for 30 years. I don't know nothing about this girl, but I will tell you what, this is how the algorithm works, okay? Because I was reading these to Dustin last night on the phone, asking him if he knew who any of these people were. He didn't know who that person was either. And all of a sudden on my YouTube, her video came up. It's a podcast or something. I didn't watch it, but if y'all want me to watch it, I'll watch it and let you know what I think. Okay, Kim Kardashian's ex-husband making I don't know nothing about blow-up doll, and I'm not covering those crumble cookies, okay? I'm not a fan of the Kardashians. People ask me to do those crumble cookies. Trash, I'm not doing it. Okay, oh, Peanut, the squirrel! Oh my God. Peanut's bill may be passed in New York, giving a grace period before deciding euthanasia. 100% agree with that bill, and I miss Peanut the squirrel. That tragedy took me out. There was no reason. And I don't care what the excuses are. There was no reason why that animal needed to be put down. Okay, oh, my friend from high school, hey girl, she said, getting married in a year, all I can think of is weddings, couple rants. Oh, you mean to do a couple rant about, I can do a couple rant, baby. I could do an hour one right now. That's called being married, baby. I love my husband. I love him so much. We just did a Q&A. People cried over it. They said my husband made him cry. People are like, oh, Peter, this. My husband kind of shocked me. I did not realize he was going to get so emotional. I get so emotional, Alex. I did not realize he was going to get so emotional in that video, but he did. Okay, fun questions that you can divide. Toilet paper, over or under? Everybody knows it's over. That's a stupid question. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Fuck no. It's not. Why would you even ask that question? That's a stupid question, okay? I feel like I should call you out by name, okay? But because you're so stupid, I'm not going to... Peter Gamon calls his fans stupid. Baby, I don't even know if you're a fan of mine. You might be a hater just asking a question. No question. No, there are no stupid questions. Did you really believe that when your teacher told you that in school? There are 100% stupid questions. There are 1,000% there are stupid questions. Let me give you stupid questions. Does toilet paper go over or under? Always over, baby. Everybody knows that. Miss Manners knows that, okay? And is a hot dog a sandwich? Why would you even ask a question like that? No. Fuck no, okay? And yes, pineapple belongs on pizza. We need those things. Favorite indie spots? Favorite spots in Indianapolis? The airport to get the fuck out of here. I'm having so much fun with this video today. More Slayton sisters. I agree, baby. More Slayton sisters. That's what the world needs, baby. More Queen Tammy. More Queen Tammy all day long. I love her so much. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't understand what some of these people... I'm afraid even... Somebody said the Bad Influence, not Netflix documentary about Piper was shot. Yeah, I made a whole video about that on my Peter Watches TV channel, okay? I didn't know who that girl was. Don't care who that girl is. They had like a squad like David Dobrik, and they did... I don't know. Anyway, it was sad. That documentary was so sad, wasn't it? But you know what's so sad about it mostly is it wasn't surprising to me. I made a whole video about it on my Peter Watches TV channel. And I got... and I have a whole Instagram to follow that. I don't know who this person is. They're saying it's pretty heavy, so I'm not going to talk about that. Michaela, Testa, and the Paul family. It's pretty dark, unfortunately. Everybody's saying it's pretty dark. I don't know who these people are. I'm just going to say them, because I... Name them. I don't know who these people are. Resilient Jenkins, somebody asked me. I have no clue who that person is. Michaela Testa, I don't know who that person is. I've seen people make videos about it, but I don't know. Spooky time of things... story time of spooky things in Miami. I'm like, my mind, well, we haven't really had any spookies. Have we had any? I'd have to ask my husband that. I don't really think we've had any spooky situations in Miami. Anyway, This one time, though, I will tell you. So, there's a bar in Miami, a gay bar called Twist. And Twist has like 5 different rooms in it. And so, when you go up the stairs, the first room you come to is like the stripper room, right? And there's like 2 strippers on stage. And then there's like strippers walking around. There's a big bar in the middle. It's packed. The room is always packed, right? So I'm sitting at the very end, okay, this little table in the very back, and I'm drinking a Diet Coke. My husband's sitting there with me, and he goes, I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. And I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there. This was back, you know, a couple years ago when I looked good and things like that, okay? If y'all didn't know, I did a weight loss journey update. It's my last one ever, okay? Oh, my God. When I was on vacation, people are like, it was how I was sitting. People are like, Peter's lost so much weight. He's on the shop. Baby, I wish I had lost weight. I gained over 20 pounds. But anyway, so this was back when I looked good, okay? And I was sitting there at this table. And my husband, okay, he goes to the restroom and comes back like 5-10 minutes later. It's just like right up the stairs, okay? So anyway, as I'm sitting there, all these guys start coming up to me and they're like, hey, they're like, they're not coming up to anybody else. Not just the strippers, but all these guys, right? And I'm like, I must look good. I must look good tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there and my husband comes down and he's kind of like standing in the door and he's laughing. And I go, so he comes over and I go, what are you laughing at? And he goes, what do you mean? I go, I still got it. They're still hitting on me. He goes, babe, you're like the oldest guy in the room. They think which I wasn't the oldest guy in the bar, first of all. Okay, that was a fucking lie straight from the pit of hell. There were guys 20 years older than me. He goes, but you're like the best looking oldest guy in the room. He goes, and everybody in here thinks you have money. I was like, why? And he's like, they just think you have money, so that's why they're coming over you because they think you're going to tip them. I was like, I ain't tipping none of them fools. Listen, I lived with dancers back in the day. Okay, move it on. Anyway, so many people want me to talk about Blake Lively and Justin Baldini. I don't know a whole lot about that story, but I feel like I need to look into it. Okay. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Chappell Roan interview. Where'd she do an interview? Interview Magazine? I used to love that magazine back in the day. I didn't know she did an interview. Which interview are you specifically talking about? Let me know and I will watch it and I will do it. Here's another one. Blake Lively and Justin Baldini. Baldwin. You said Justin Baldwin. It's Baldini. I know him from Jane the Virgin. I don't know about that whole story. I don't know a whole lot about it, so I'm not going to speak to it. I would love a video talking about your YouTube journey, like from when you decided to start to now. Well, I started, it's almost 9 years ago, started posting consistently on BookTube. My first video on BookTube was May 11th, 2016, and then everything just happened after that. Now I got 7 channels. Oh my God, I was so nervous when I sat down. I will tell you, this is an important story though, for anybody thinking about getting on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. And I've told this story so many times. I sat down there at the kitchen table, or the dining room table, to film my very first BookTube video, okay? And I was like so into BookTube. So for those of you that don't know, I wrote a book in 2014. The entire thing is on a playlist. I read it on my BookTube channel. If you buy it on anywhere online, I'm not getting no money for it, and it's like $300. Don't buy it. It's not even worth it. Okay, I love that I wrote a book, but it's not worth it. So anyway, if you want to hear it, I read the whole thing on my BookTube channel. Okay, it's under a playlist called The Before, Now, and After Then, because that's the name of it. But anyway, so that's how I got introduced to BookTube, because my publisher at the time was like, you need to like market yourself and do, she was telling me to do stuff I didn't even understand, okay? So anyway, she said to start looking at BookTube videos. So I started watching BookTube and then I just fell down the rabbit hole and I fell in love with it. So I wanted to make my first video and I was like, well, I really want to lose a bunch of weight. Like, I'm going to lose a bunch of weight because I didn't want people to criticize me for my weight. Little did I know they were going to criticize me for my voice and everything else. I didn't think, I mean, they really hardly ever came from my weight, you know? But anyway, and then I was like, no. Because if you wait 6 months, you will never make your first video and you'll never lose the weight. And so I just started making videos and you know what? I didn't lose the weight and I continue to make videos. So there's a lesson. Don't wait on your dreams. Just start your dreams today. Okay, oh, everybody, I got so many messages about this. People want me to talk about Mickey Rourke and Jojo Siwa on, what is it, Celebrity Big Brother. I gotta look into that a little bit more before I talk about it, because I don't know that, I mean, here it is, Jojo and the Big Brother UK Celebrity House and the homophobia incident. I have not looked into that as much. I've seen that people have been making videos about it. I will watch the videos, I will watch it online and see what's going on. Would love to see your take on the most recent episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta and Portia's YouTube video. I haven't seen Portia's YouTube video, but my husband and I watched 4 episodes of Atlanta last night and we were completely caught up. I don't don't even really know what to think. I am just completely blown away by Kenya's actions in it. I'm blown away. Reactions to White Lotus. That's my video today on my Peter Watches TV channel. Also, have you seen Long Bright River? I think you'd love it. I started it last night on episode 3, and I absolutely love it. Story times! Oh my God! Laura loves me. She asked for story times. Okay, well, if you want me to do more story times, put it in the comment section below. Story times about what? Story times about the time that I met Alix Earle. I didn't meet her. I didn't meet her. God bless her heart. She looked good, though. I mean, she looked like everybody else about the festival. How do these people get famous? For spitting on somebody's dick? Girl, you go, I guess. Anyway, Thornburg. Greta Thornburg. That's her name. She's the one that's trying to save the world, not the Hawk Tuah girl. Anyway, let me know what you want me to talk about in the comment section below. I will get into it and make those videos this week. I just want to do something fun today. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.